Hey everyone, Father John here. Hope that you guys are doing well as you kind of navigate the beginning of back to school and what that might be for you and for your families. I imagine, it's a time of just trying to figure out a lot of stuff, and that brings on a lot of stress. It can bring on a lot of concern and just a lot of uncertainty. I'm talking to you today from one of the classrooms in Our Lady Queen of Apostles, the Catholic school in Center Merches. Last 2 years I had the privilege of serving as the principal here. And I have to be honest, I'm glad I'm not the principal in these days, to tell you the truth. But privileged to still be part of this community here. And I'm so proud and so committed to the Faith Formation program here at St. John the Evangelist too. I wanted to talk to you today about some of the changes that we're going to make in our Faith Formation program in the 2020-21 Faith Formation year. So just listen up carefully and let me talk to you a little bit about it. This is going to take a little time, but just ask you to hear me out. And then after this video, and you're going to get a letter that explains some details about how to register and how to handle all this. If you have a question or a concern or you're just not sure about something, I want you to reach out to me. So a couple things. You know that we've been trying to do a couple of things in our Faith Formation program over these years. One, we've been working real hard to empower you as parents and family members, parents and grandparents and godparents and other family members who've made such great efforts to form your child in the faith. It's the commitment that parents make in the celebration of the sacrament of baptism. And so the parent meetings and the opportunities for families to come together and the communion retreats and those ways that we've invited you over the past couple of years to really get actively involved in the faith formation of your child. And those were big adjustments. And so many of you have been so good and so supportive and so open. So we're going to take another step in that this year. And we're going to ask you now as parents and godparents and grandparents and the formators of your children to take another step. And that means we're going to move away from rooms like this for faith formation, and we're going to move to your kitchen table and your dining room table, your living rooms, or wherever you work together as a family. And we're going to ask you to take the beauty of our faith and to share it as it was first shared in a small group in the family. Some of you who've been at St. John's for a while might hear me talking today and say, "Oh, Father John, we're just going back to home study. I thought you were moving away from that." We are definitely moving away from home study as you may or may not have known it. It is a whole different process because it requires the active participation of parents and family members here at the church. That's not optional. And so people who sign up for our program this year are going to need to understand that. There is a clear expectation for parents and family members to take an active role in the formation of their children. That's going to be a change for some of us. Some of us have really been grateful for the opportunity to drop our children off, allow them to meet some beautiful catechists who share the faith with them, and there's beauty in that. Now we're going to kind of put it back to you with help and support in different ways in the year ahead. So here's how it's going to work. Once a month, we're going to ask you as parents or whoever the primary formator of your child is in the faith to come to the church building for a monthly teaching parent meeting about a certain topic that we're going to ask you to teach your child about. Now, stay calm. Okay, we're going to give you tons of resources. There's a whole book of resources, and then each month we're going to have different presenters share with you about that topic. Some of them might be people you know from the parish, might be me. Some of them might be some of the guest speakers we asked to come. And we're going to offer those meetings 4 different times in a week. Once a month, in 1 week, 4 different meetings, and you choose one. So one's going to be in the morning, one's going to be in the afternoon, 2 of them are going to be in the evenings, all trying to meet your schedule. Now, let's say you have more than one child. Here's good news. You only have to come to 1 meeting. and we're going to ask you to work with your children, even together, to teach about the same topic. So let's say the topic is grace, all right? And so you're going to come that first week of the month. We're going to have parent meetings in the church. Someone's going to present to you about this idea of grace and all the ways that God loves us incredibly, and give you some ideas and examples, and hopefully enliven your own faith. And then throughout that month, you're going to work with your children with some resources that we're going to talk to you about next week, and you're going to teach them about that topic. And I bet you as you teach them, you're going to learn more about it. And you're going to help them, when you have more than one child, to teach and to learn from each other. That's how faith is meant to be shared in the midst of the family. So we're going to give you some different resources, we're going to give you some different ideas, and we're going to hopefully provide you with all you need to carry out this next part of our Faith Formation program as we grow. So we're going to move away from classrooms. You're not going to come into the school building for classes next year, and that's not only because of the pandemic. It certainly is a part of it, and I'd be a liar if I told you it wasn't. But it's also a great opportunity for us to maybe begin to go back to our roots and our traditions where the faith was shared in those small groups and small communities. Does it ask something of you? You bet. It asks you to build on that great commitment that you already have. You wouldn't be sending your child to religion classes, quote unquote, here if you didn't have some glimmer of that. And hopefully it's an opportunity for you to grow even closer to Christ and to His church. That's mostly for our students in levels 1 through 6. Our confirmation preparation program will have a totally virtual model, at least till December 2020. And so that will be a little different for our friends in 7th and 8th grade, okay? And that will be all at home through Google Classroom, and we'll talk to you more about that at another time. I don't want to overwhelm people today. Some of you have students who are preparing for First Holy Communion and Reconciliation. And for those students who are preparing for confirmation in 7th and 8th grade, there will be other things related to the preparation of the sacraments for those levels. And we'll give you information about that as it comes and kind of lay out each year for you. But we want our 1st and 2nd graders to really know about the parish and to really be well prepared to receive the sacraments of reconciliation and First Holy Communion. That requires some changes on our part about how we're going to form them, but it is going to be there'll be some more events, quote unquote, or opportunities and learning experiences and retreats, because we want to make sure they really are prepared and that you're really prepared for them to receive those sacraments. So if your child is in our preparation for the sacraments in levels 1 and 2 and levels 7 and 8, we're going to build experiences for them to really be well prepared for the reception of the sacraments in those particular years. But I want to give you that information about our parish, about our Faith Formation program, and about our hopes and our dreams for the year ahead. Together, we're going to adapt to a changing time, and you know as well as I do, sometimes when those roadblocks and those obstacles come up, we become even better through them. And I hope the same is going to happen here in our Faith Formation program, and more importantly, for you and for your family as you grow closer to Christ and to His church. So that's kind of an overview. You're going to get a letter that kind of lays all this out for you as well, with some more details about the ins and outs of things. And each week we'll give you some more information from different people here at St. John's that will talk to you about the resources you're going to get, how the process is going to work, and offer you some more support in these days. Thank you as always for your patience and for your understanding. This is new for all of us. And let's remember that we're all on the same team here. We want our young people formed in the faith, and let's work together to do a great job for them. Definitely know all of you are in our prayers in these days as you navigate these stressful times with your children in school, and ask you as always just to say a prayer for us as well. God bless everyone.